Hi everyone, merhaba, this is Ayşenur Altan. Welcome to Turkish Food Recipes. Get ready to watch this delicious iftar dinner menu I prepared for crowd family gathering. Yes, my friends, we had a big family iftar, but it happened last year and I kept the records to share with you later. So here we go. In my menu, I had two main course dishes. The first one is this crowd-pleasing kebab with vegetables. You will get the full recipe. And my second main course is Hasahpasha Kofte. So delicious, pretty to serve, and fun to make. As a dessert, I'm gonna show you how to make two different type of dessert from one dough with some easy tips. I'm also gonna show you extra bonus compot and side dish recipes. So let's get started. It was a hot day in June. It is an old tradition to make compot. We call it composto from fruits, fresh and dried. So this time I'm making dried apricot compote. I have 4 cups of dried apricot, added 2 liters of water, and after it is boiled for 15-20 minutes, I added 1 cup of sugar. I continued to boil until the apricots are soft and added 1 liter more water, cooked until it is boiled again and then turned off the heat. Secondly, as a side dish, I'm making a red cabbage yogurt salad. It is very easy. I sliced the cabbage with thin blade and I'm going to saute it in some olive oil, and after it is soft I'm gonna add some garlic and salt. When it's cooled down, only thing I need to do is mix it with yogurt or yogurt and mayonnaise mixture. For my first main course, I'm preparing meat kebab with veggies, sebzeli kebab. For that I have a 1 kilogram of beef cut in cubes. I just sauteed it in some olive oil until it is colored, added hot water, and I'm going to cook it in pressure cooker until it is almost soft. While the meat is cooking, I want to prepare the veggies. I'm going to cut them in chunks in big cubes as the same size as my meat, and I'm placing them on a big tray, not mixing all together because I'm going to partially fry them separately, beginning with the potatoes. So I first cut the potatoes and then the zucchinis. For the zucchini, since it has a very thin skin, you can just scrape it with a knife, not peel as the potatoes. And for the eggplants, I peeled in strips. And after cutting the eggplants, I'm going to rub it with lots of salt, like teaspoon of salt, let's say, for that much. This way it helps to get the bitter juice out, and after you dry it, you can also fry it easily and without soaking too much oil. By the way, this dish might be too much for you. I'm making for like 15 people, so the amount is too much. You can of course make the third of the recipe for 4 people. After the cutting ceremony, I begin to fry them, beginning with the potatoes. You don't have to use too much oil, and we are just cooking it partially again. just to get the nice taste from the frying process. Drain the oil as much as possible, but you can also place a paper towel under it. After the potatoes, I'm frying the zucchinis. I just fried them about 3-4 minutes. I have only light colors, as you can see. The inside is still not cooked well. And here are the eggplant goes. Don't overcrowd it, especially the eggplants, because it tends to soak oil if the temperature goes down. If you add too much eggplants, it can drop the temperature. Other than these details, it is just easy step. I have some green peppers. I chopped it coarsely, and I'm just going to fry them for 1-2 minutes, and we are done with frying. To drain the excess oil, I lifted up the tray crossly a little bit and just wiped the excess oil and added the peppers. As a dessert in my menu, I'm making shakar. I shared the recipe, you can watch from the links. This time I'm making it in 2 shapes. I gave an oval shape to the half of the dough and dipped them to poppy seeds to cover all of it. And for the other half of the dough, I just shape it in a ball, and I'm going to press this gadget to make a nice, like a flower shape. This is actually for making rosettes, and we have it traditional in Turkish recipes too. One day I will hopefully share it, but it works here beautifully. I'm going to brush them with egg wash, and on top of it, on the center, I'm pressing some whole hazelnuts. And for the ones that are covered in poppy seeds, I'm placing walnut pieces. It's a simple and beautiful way to make 2 different desserts from one dough. My guests will probably have hard time to decide which one to begin with. And on right corner you see another shape I already shared on the channel. You can check for the ideas and for the recipe. My second main course is Hasahpasha Kofte. It's a Turkish style kofte bowl with potato puree. It's an oven dish. I'm going to serve it with rice, pilav, and other side dishes. So I keep the recipe for a separate video so you can find it easily. Make sure you are subscribed and press the bell button for notifications. My şekerpare dessert is done, baked beautifully, has nice colors. I'm just placing them to another smaller tray before I pour the syrup. This way it will soak it better, and also I need the trays for other dishes to cook. I really love to watch when the dessert meets the syrup, looking shiny and more beautiful and sweet. Always cover them with another tray to let them soak the syrup better, and make sure you take some photos and share with me if you try. Okay, back to my kebab with veggies. It's time to bring all meat and vegetables together. I have big white pan since the dish is for crowded, and I'm going to saute two big onions in olive oil. Meanwhile, I'm chopping some tomatoes that are peeled. And I'm going to add the partially cooked meat chunks to onions. I'm gonna saute them a little bit and then begin to flavor. First, I have some chopped green peppers. These are sweet. You can add whichever you have on the market or prefer. And about 1 tablespoon tomato paste. I didn't use much since I have fresh tomatoes. If I didn't have, I would add 2 tablespoons. Adding some chopped garlic. And make sure you fry for at least 3-4 minutes with the tomato paste before adding the tomatoes. And here are the veggies come. They are again not fully cooked, but still be gentle, not to break any pieces. After this point, I'm not gonna stir that much. Just a little to mix everything. And here the importance comes that everything must be halfway cooked, so you can handle here and then cook it all together to mix the flavors inside the pan. Adding salt, and my hot water is ready on the back on my teapot. I added a little bit and mix it to make sure how much more I needed, and add just barely covering the veggies, not too much. I'm not gonna add any spices, just oregano. You can also add little bit crushed or uncrushed hot red pepper to make it hot. Cover it and let it cook in low heat until everything combines and the veggies and meat fully cooked. Back to my Hasahpasha Kofte. The kofte mixture, meat mixture is rested, and I just shaped it into a ball. And first I cook them in the oven until it has some colors, halfway cooked, and pipe the potato puree on center. They look so pretty. It is easy to serve too. And close to serving time, in this case the iftar, I drizzled some tomato sauce and put it in oven for a second cook. Again, I will share the recipe hopefully in upcoming episodes. After this point, I couldn't continue to film, so this is my table. I'm serving the chilled apricot compound. We have probably 3-4 minutes left to iftar for a sunset before we break our fast. Since we're not gonna fit on the table, I prepared the kitchen table also for the youngs. And we have çiğ köfte, börek, a shepherd salad, the purple cabbage salad with yogurt I made in the morning. And of course, it's a must-have, especially when we have guests, the Ramazan pide and the breakfast dishes with dates. I want to note here we usually prepare this kind of menu to our guests as being generous, especially in Ramadan. But in normal days it is more simple, and I like to always cook more so I don't have to cook for a couple of days at least. In Ramadan we also give zakat. It is an obligatory alms and charity, and share our food and table with others who need help, which is one of the purposes of the holy month. So I hope you enjoyed watching my preparations I made last year in Ramadan for my guests. I pray and hope everything goes back to normal again and we get together with our families, friends and loved ones. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in another delicious Turkish food recipes and vlogs. Afiyet olsun.